Aha, there we go. Every time. I gotta change it every time. I gotta remember that. For whatever reason, we can set up all our own custom stuff between the three of us, except for when it comes to the microphone. No idea. Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome back to another book something. I don't know. I don't want to officially call myself book club. I feel like that's unfair to the Maddie crowd, you know. I'm book guy. I'm comic guy, but that's not even true. That's Ted. So who knows what's even going on. But we're going to read Justice League Adventures number 5 today. As you can see, the whole league gets pretty star-conquered in this one. It was written by Todd Seavey, I'm not sure how you say it, who I just looked him up for the first time. Never heard of him before, or at least not from memory. And he is a writer, but not normally of comics, it looks like. On the DC wiki, at least, he only has 3 credits. 2 Justice League Adventures issues and 1, I think it was a JLA issue or something. He has written books such as Libertarianism for Beginners. And he has a blog on toddcv.com. I recommend you go check it out. He's got some pretty interesting viewpoints on various fictional things you may be interested in. Drawn by Chris Jones, who we have had the pleasure of speaking with multiple times. A couple times at Emerald City Comic Con. He's a great guy. He's really fun to talk to. He's really nice and calm and very supportive of the fan base. He's the artist for the majority of, or all of maybe, the Young Justice tie-in comics. And he's drawn a lot of Justice League Adventures, Justice League Unlimited issues also that will come up on eventually. So cool stuff. Go check him out at ChristopherJonesArt.com. You can also follow him on Twitter. I know he's on here. What's his dealio? Chris Jones Art. That's his dealio. So okie dokie. That seems to be a good place as any to start. We're going to go through the whole issue once, just reading it. And then once again, when we're done, we're going to go through it again to take notes on all sorts of things. Appearances, timeline notes, anything that contradicts canon, all that sort of stuff. If you're here right now, please, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the little purple follow button. That's absolutely free. That makes sure if you have the Twitch app that you always know when we go live. We are going live currently Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm Tuesday doing Justice League Adventures and eventually Justice League Unlimited, and then when that's over, who knows. Ted is Wednesdays. He's doing Batman the Animated Series Game Boy Advance right now, but he's going to be playing other DCAU video games on emulators. And Maddie is, of course, Thursday, currently reading the Batman Rise of Sinzu novelization and doing the same kind of canon notes as I am. So yeah, I'm gonna move myself over a wee bit. You can get some cool camera work here, just so I can see the issue a little better. I'll zoom in a little on the notes here when we get to it, so you can see those better. Go ahead and close out of these guys, and we will get started. Now again, I'm reading these on DC Universe, which we've had issues with every single time so far, but it's the best way for me to read them, because it goes panel by panel, and I don't have to pay for them for like a fourth time by reading them this way. But I definitely recommend that you go check them out on DC Universe or Comixology or whatever you want to do in the meantime while this is happening. Oh my gosh. Apparently I'm not going to be able to look at the chat very well at the same time. Oh no, I've got an idea. Don't knock my phone over, please. There we go. Okay. Justice League Adventures number 5. I would like to go... There we go. On a normal day, you don't see flying saucers in the night sky. Certainly not in Hakeville, Wisconsin. Very specific. You don't see them drop out of control. You don't see them crash violently to Earth. But there's nothing normal about today. The Star Conqueror. And all the credits. I've heard about things like this and how the government sends men to hide the evidence. Let's give this guy a voice. I've heard about things like this and how the government sends men to hide the evidence. Excuse me, sir? Excuse me, sir? You should move back to a safe distance. Ah! One of the men in black! Don't kill me! I'll keep quiet! No, we're the Justice League. Oh, Superman! Of course. We tracked this vessel. It looks like these parasites on their faces killed most of the crew before the crash, but one gray alien is still active. I'm not fluent in his language, but I recognize the phrase Star Conquerors, the names for these parasites. They can kill whole worlds. A battalion of my fellow Green Lanterns faced them recently and went missing. I should handle this. I hope you aren't suggesting this is beyond our expertise. It sounds like the sort of threat the Justice League was made for. We'll gather at the Watchtower. I believe I can link with the Grey telepathically. Indeed, his physiology is similar to my own Martian form. Oh, so he's Bullovaxian, I guess. He was fleeing his home world. The Grey Orb was overrun by the parasites. Oh, he was fleeing. His homeworld, the Grey Orb, was overrun by the parasites, which drifted down from space. They drained psychic energy and life force from their unwilling hosts. One Star Conqueror absorbs all the energy, growing immense, almost indestructible, until it bursts, scattering millions of offspring, new parasites, into hyperspace, where they descend upon a new target world. So, wait, someone give me a suggestion for Starro's voice. I don't want to do Yoda again. That's reserved for Havist. We're not going to do Yoda for Starro. But I need an accent, or I need a Welsh. I don't know if I can do Welsh. Well, if Mark Thundercroc is watching, I'm not sure if he's here or not. We could do the Mickey Mouse voice for Starro. That would get really annoying really quickly, though. I'll give it. Going. Is that too similar to? We're wasting so much time trying to figure this out. I'm just gonna do Mickey.
Hungry, so hungry. The gray orb is not enough. I want your world.
Earth. She'll target her offspring at Earth. The Greys came to warn us. I can hear her through his mind. A whole world's psychic energy at her disposal. Oh, all turned to hunger and death. I'll look over Jean and the Grey and monitor Earth for any sign of the parasites. The rest of you board the Javelin and head to the Grey Orb to stop this thing. Off to fight the giant evil psychic one-eyed extraterrestrial starfish. Intense! This is more depressing than I expected. Imagine this happening to your world, Flash, or to my planet, Thanagar. How's he supposed to imagine that? He's never been there. If this team does its job, we're not gonna let that happen, Hawk Girl.
You should love this world, Justice League. Love your new home. You are welcome in this family.
Great Hera. Be on guard.
Now, meet my siblings. They have need of you.
Green Lantern doesn't like this. Not one bit, he does not.
Now you are part of the great cycle. A part of time, part of us. Feel the glee of the newborn as you are sent forth with your new siblings. Feel yourself hurtle through hyperspace toward new conquests, all of you now a part of me.
I could give that a shot, yeah, later, eventually. Alright, I got some pretty existential stuff going on here. We got Little Wonder Women. All the Starros are like the little thems. New canon Green Lanterns here. Ambush! Barely ducked out of the way. Bad, bad, bad. Gotta go for the others. Hold on a second. That's neither gray nor starfishy. What gives? Thank goodness you're not one of the Queen's slaves. We may be the only two left. Who are you? My name is Godun, last survivor of the Green Lantern unit that tried to stop the Star Conquerors. The Queen couldn't be stopped. Through her tiny siblings, she lulls victims with what she considers beautiful dreams, then drains the victims. I've been using my ring to fight them off, even helped some Greys escape to Earth, but the rest of the planet is mind-controlled, and I'm weakening. Hey, Mark Thunder Kronk, who's this? My ring is fueled by willpower, and I can feel the Queen draining my psychic energy, weakening me more every second. I haven't had enough power to launch a full-scale attack on the Queen, nor enough to flee this planet. I have powerful I have powerful friends who may be able to stop Starro over there, but we can't stay hidden here. Amazing! You're as fast as a Green Lantern in flight. Yeah. Now let's see if I can outrun a school of starfish.
Picture yourself floating down to attack a new world. Floating like a dust mote, like a leaf, like a cloud.
Like a bird, like a plane, like Superman. I'm Superman. Superman. I'm Superman. May only have a moment. Superman looks like the most likely to benefit from an assist. Oh wait, is there a sound effect I missed? Nope, just gross looking gut stuff. Free. Got to free the others before the parasites return. Flash! Superman! Well done! I'll free Hawk Girl while Flash liberates Wonder Woman. Nice to see you too. Our freedom may be short-lived, I fear. The Queen is all but impervious now. Only a psychic assault of some sort could disrupt her power. And the one member of this team capable of such an assault is unconscious back at the Watchtower. This mission may have been a mistake. Yeah, why'd you go here? We'll just have to do the best we can. There's only a planet full of these things. Whoa, not in the face, little Staros.
Face, mind, limbs, gut, all's mine soon. All mine, your world's mine!
Will we end up escaping while the gray orb dies? Will I have to leave this world behind as I did Krypton? No!
Welcome to the chain of life, Godun. Kill for us.
Enough! I have no more time to waste fighting pests. Time to take the fight to their queen. Parasite! I haven't forgotten the dreams you sent us. Are you feeding the whole populace of this planet those lies? This lasso forces you to reveal the truth. Again, truth lasso, like every issue. Do you see them? Waking up all over the world from the dreaming death you imposed. Waking to the nightmarish reality you've made of their planet. She's done it! Weakened the queen! This is my chance to reclaim the power the queen stole from my ring! Godun, wait! Ugh. Oh, hope that wasn't seen. Spit everywhere. Godun, wait! The queen is still too strong, and the power inside her is corrupted. You're in no condition to control it.
How dare you call me parasite? Off!
Good job, Diana. The Greys are free, but I'm afraid that thing already has too much power to be stopped. I should have come here with the entire Green Lantern Corps, not the Justice League. Pieces of crap. Now the queen will find out what it feels like to be drained.
No, Godun. On the contrary. I am about to give birth! Already a hyperspatial rift is opening to receive my young.
There goes that, I guess. She's using every last bit of her strength, trying to keep the power from me. Ring's about to explode from the stress. Small price to pay if it stops her. She's opening a portal to Earth. Hey, Brian, that's a quote from Vi-Reality. More than that, John. She's becoming a portal to Earth. Oh, I was like, that's the same thing. She's becoming a portal to Earth. Is this a thing Starro can do? I guess. I don't know. It'll take all the power I've got and the League's strength, but we have to close that rift.
Pain!
Don't let the eye... Don't let the eye reopen. The offspring are beginning to bud. Lots and lots and lots of homicidal starfish. Stopping that creature is going to require a sacrifice. And warriors of Thanagar are prepared to make sacrifices. Move away, Justice League. The ring is about to explode.
No! Too late, Godun. You are too late.
It's not too late for this monster.
Ah!
Tumbling into the rift. That hurt you, my queen. Now feel this. Skarkum. Did you see it? I picked it up on the monitors as the hyperspace aperture was closing. The queen was blown apart. As was Godun. I could feel the power surge as his ring was destroyed. But he avenged his comrades, and I have to admit he couldn't have done it without the League. With the queen destroyed, all the other parasites on the gray orb will die too. Godun's sacrifice will give the planet a second shot at life. That's good news. Let's hope parasites like those don't find their way to Earth again someday, decades or centuries from now. Superman, if those things ever do come here, I hope they'll find the Justice League waiting for them. I'm pleased Earth has heroes who are as brave as the Green Lantern Corps, and on the rare occasions when visitors come to us from other worlds, I hope they'll take stories of the Justice League back with them to the stars. The end. Okay, well that was that. Very, very, not canon, as far as I can tell. You know, I don't even know where to begin with it, really. Starro, most or all of you watching this, I'm sure know, appeared in the Batman Beyond episode, The Call. Actually, first he appeared in Superman animated series, The Main Man, as a little background cameo on the Preserver's ship. And then he was in the Fortress of Solitude for the whole time. He's the only I guess maybe it's a girl. Starro is the only survivor of its planet, or the only one of its race or whatever. Otherwise, the Preserver would not have preserved it. But let me scroll back up through the chat and see what we got going on. He's saying Vader has a theory. So I read this in preparation. I have some theories that could enable it to be inside the jar that says canon. Okay. Maybe you haven't said them yet. I see. What are they? Tell me. This must be pretty soon after Secret Origins. Dude doesn't recognize the team, and Batman says this is what the jail was made for. Yep, okay. Star is green, the Beyond Star is purple. Preserver must have captured him because... Okay. I can kind of see that, yeah. If there was like the Martians, how there's green Martians, white Martians, etc. There's purple Starro, green Starro. The only thing that I don't necessarily love about that theory is that Superman at no point says like, hey, I have a purple one of these back at the Fortress of Solitude. Maybe there's something, maybe we should go there and figure out. And then also later, wouldn't he be a little more careful feeding the purple one if he knew that they were just they can attach to your face and take over your mind? So I like where your head's at. I did not think of that, but anyway, I'll take that into consideration, Danny, or Vader, not Danny. I keep calling you the wrong name, Vader. I'm sorry, you'll never be Vader apparently. But okay, so this is the Star Conqueror. We're here on the notes now. We're gonna go back through the issue, and before, I know there's probably people that hop off when we start doing this part. Just to let everyone know, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can gift a subscription through that here on Twitch, and it doesn't cost you a single extra penny. It's just a kind of a deal they've got with Twitch, I guess, where you can do that. So if you want to, I won't stop you. It's very helpful to the channel. Okay, and then of course hitting follow.
Good job,
is free.
Robin.
Like Mark Thundercronk, thank you. Is it? I don't think this is what it is, but I'm now hoping that this has gone from Mac Thundercock to Mark Thundercrock to the Kronk part being Kronk from the Emperor's New Groove, but I don't think that that's what it is. If it is what it is, then cool. If it's not, you may be too old for that. You are 47 after all. Okay, so let's see. Star Conqueror. We got Hakeville, Wisconsin. This can be... Okay, thanks. Hakeville, Wisconsin. Don't know. Is that a real place? Something tells me not. No. We got, what does it say on his hat there? Do we see a better view of the Pioneers? Maybe it's like a football team, the Hakeville Pioneers. Do we see him after the second page, or is that it? No, that's it. Okay, well, I'm gonna do Pioneers mentioned. I'm gonna guess that's a football team or something. We got, let's just call him like Hakeville, oops, Hakeville Redneck. Sorry to anyone who's in Wisconsin. Is Hake someone down here? No? I'm trying to figure out who that's named after or whatever, but we may not know. Okay, then we've got the Greys. I think they were just called the Greys. Because the planet was called like the Grey Orb or something like that. The Grey Orb, yeah. So, Greys and Starro. Because they're already right there on their faces. I'm gonna do Grey UFO. Or like Grey Flying Saucer. Okay, we got Batman, Superman. Hey, this is the first one, I believe, that didn't tell us right at the start, like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, blah, 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 like every single one has done so far. So I thank them for allowing me to, allowing me the respect of, yeah, I know who these are. Okay, Batman, Superman, and Green Lantern. Oh, he mentions the Men in Black, right? Yep. Men in Black, the animated series, canon to the DCAU. Why does this art style look familiar? It is Chris Jones doing the art. He drew a few of these issues, but he's the main guy on the Young Justice comic. So that may be where you recognize it from. Wow, Dan, you're here after I finish reading the entire comic. You're gonna go through it very slowly with me instead. All right. I don't think there's anything left on this page. I'm not gonna count the Justice League as a thing to list because it's there every time. Okay. I'm not fluent in this language, but I recognize the phrase Star Conqueror, the name for the... Okay, so... A battalion of Green Lanterns faced them recently and went missing. A battalion of Green Lanterns faced Starro recently and went missing. I did miss the stream time last week. I told myself I was not going to this week. Okay. Watchtower. Now we got Wonder Woman, Jean Jones, and Hawkgirl. See in a little bit, so I won't do a mentioned. Okay, so it is kind of weird because they've obviously based the design of Starro here on the purple one from Batman Beyond, because not part one, don't see him till part two. Let's see, where's a good screenshot of this guy? Got the little, specklies. He's got the same little eye highlight. So obviously they like referenced this for the this comic. It's just weird that they like very just blatantly. It would be interesting to ask in times like these to ask Todd Seavey or perhaps Chris Jones. what the thought process was behind that. But again, so far, we've, in all the issues we've gone through so far, there's been a lot of just little things that have kind of been like, huh? How does that work? Almost every issue, Wonder Woman has had a lasso of truth. There's been a couple of other kind of questionable timeline stuff that has made me think so far that this is kind of branches off in a different direction from the cartoon. I want to keep the, you know, innocent until proven guilty, will it canon kind of mindset for all of this until something like really ridiculous happens. Last issue pushed it the most. I marked it in red here, which I'm probably going to do with this one also, because it was a story that took place on Themyscira, and it was, you know, it didn't make any sense of whether it took, if it took place before Paradise Lost, after Paradise Lost. It didn't make sense in either of those places. So it's kind of like a what happened from the cartoon in this timeline, what didn't happen. I believe this particular, I can double check here right now. I think it's 30 something issues on the original. I'm probably wrong about that. Just think, yeah, 34 issues for the original Justice League Adventures, and then there's also, I think, 30 something issues for Justice League Unlimited. So we're going to be here for a while. We're going to be doing this for a while. But okay. And then what I'm thinking I'll probably do after, we got Javelin 7, after Justice League Adventures and then Justice League Unlimited, is maybe go and do Adventures in the DC Universe, stuff like that that's has not been covered really by anybody ever, and has similar, you know, comparisons to this of what works, what doesn't. Okay. Looks like we got another. Well, we can't be too sure that this is Saturn because there's, yeah, if there's, they're going off. And it looks probably like a wormhole kind of thing. They talk about that in Eclipsed season 2. That the Javelin 7 has a wormhole generator that they're going to use to try to stop the sun from being Ophidianized. But there's no, we never see that in the original Justice League cartoon that I remember anyway. All the Javelins in Justice League Unlimited go through wormholes at least a couple times on the show. But anyway, I digress. Okay, well, here we are at the Gray Orb. More depressing than I expected. Okay, happening to your or my planet Thanagar. So we got a mention of Thanagar again. Kind of another one of those, you know, things of, I mean, she can mention Thanagar, it's totally fine, but just another, probably the writers in the mindset of what they knew about the character. Might need to make this a double feature to avoid us being here to what Mark aged. Yeah, we might start going through 2 per stream, but these take about an hour once we're done going through it again, and I only really have time for that. With all the videos I have to make you, like tomorrow's video, the Batman The Adventures Continue number 4. That's coming out tomorrow. It'll be up on Patreon as soon as I'm done with this stream. So, okay. Nothing really new here. Wonder Woman, Hawk Girl, Green Lantern. Okay. Okay, we got Go Done. I don't know, Mark. When are those posters coming out? Huh? Mark? It's weird how you your name is Mark in here, but that it's not the Mark that people think you are. There's another Mark who is also old. Older than you, which is unimaginable. But it's not. That's not anyone else watching this. That's not the Mark that they think it is. Okay. Green Lantern powering again. I'm only counting that when it's important to the story. Did I put Earth up here at some point? Yeah. I'm gonna remove Earth from earlier stuff. I'm not gonna count Earth. They're on Earth every time. Write down that Flash gives Starro the Starro nickname. It's kind of a clever way to implement that. What's funny is how many times people who make these DCAU tie-in stuff want to use Starro, and it's like they there's also a capstone kids book that I'm sure doesn't link with either Starro appearance, where they just really want to use this character, even though he like Bruce, Timm, and Paul Dini and everybody just used him and took him off the table like immediately before they could tell any modern day Justice League stories with him. Everyone's like, "Oh, come on, what are you, Starro, man?" Which I think he's green in this one because he was green in JLA. Where's it good? Yeah, this version here from the 90s. He is purple originally, so it makes sense for him to be purple, but it also makes sense for him to be green. Who knows? If you're using Wally, they might as well use Green Starro. You're as fast as a Green Lantern in flight. Godun says Flash is as fast as a Green Lantern in flight. Which they ran next to each other, like Green Lantern and Flash and Secret Origins. They were keeping up, but I mean, who's to say that that's the top speed of either of them? Yeah, Starro is pretty cool. I don't know why I do like him though. Yeah, like I remember I had this issue as a kid and wasn't even thinking about how it worked with the show. Just thinking about like, oh hell yeah, you're so cool, big starfish eyeball. Oh, come on, DC Universe, what are you doing? Okay. Little Supermans, little Starro Supermans. Lots of action in this, but not a lot of like new. I don't have to write down a ton of stuff going on. Oops, take the Starros off. Yes, he was the first. He's the first Justice League villain, so I understand. But it's just funny. See if I can find that Justice League capstone, because the Starro, here it is, the Starro one, Starro and the Cyber Spore. So I believe the plot is that Starro uses everyone's cell phones for mind control. Like he could just project himself onto the people's phone screens. Or she, I'm sorry Starro. Which I just think that's pretty funny. That was another clever, but yeah, it's a completely different take on it again. Nothing happening worth writing down. Okay, Superman mentions mentions Krypton. Yeah, Sandman was a canceled BTAS episode. Maddie is doing a whole video on lost BTAS episodes, scripts that never happened or ideas that never even made it to script, that he's been scouring the internet for the last few months. And it's going to be probably like a 2 or 3 part series of them. He's already recorded the first part for me. I just have to edit it. That'll be June sometime. Okay, just a lot of action. Lasso of Truth again. Just gonna write that. Lasso of Truth again. I'll know what it means. Wonder Woman calls Starro Parasite? That's clearly not Parasite. That's Starro. Not canon. Okay, again, nothing worth writing down. Just a bunch of people getting punched in the face by a giant starfish. I'm gonna say Green Lantern Corps. They were mentioned earlier and I forgot to write it down, so I'm glad that reminded me. I'm about to give birth. Question for anyone watching this still. Twitch keeps our streams on the channel page, or whatever you want to call it, our Twitch account, for 2 weeks before it just deletes them. I think that's just due to, you know, space on their website. But I've been trying to keep up with it by downloading every video after every stream after it happens, and then re-uploading it, which takes a decent amount of time. Do you guys would you like the ability to be able to access all the previous streams like that? It's not a huge time consumption for me. It's just an extra thing I have to do. Or are you cool with, yeah, I tuned in for Justice League Adventures 5, and then now I've seen that, and then I'll just wait for the next one. Like, are you really going to go back and watch, you know, an hour of me? I guess the more entertaining part is the actual reading of it, not necessarily the, you know, 45 minutes of me going through stuff afterward, but yeah, opinions on whether they should all be archived or whether you're cool with them just going away. Because part of the whole thing is, you know, I'm doing this for Will It Canon purposes. Eventually we'll do a Will It Canon on Justice League Adventures. I'm just taking you on the journey with me. So it's kind of almost like a, you know, you're special if you got to watch these, because you know, you got the inside scoop on all this stuff before you see it on Will It Canon, whereas everyone else is just going to see the Will It Canon. Yeah, I do know that. Can you download it to email? Boy, you sure are an old person. Well, I mean, yeah, I will have them saved for myself for sure. I just wanted to know if you guys want to watch them again. But that seems like the general consensus is that you would like to have them available. So, okay. Anyway, opening a portal to Earth, or becoming a portal to Earth. Like how this works for no reason. Like, what is she hitting with the javelin? It's just a portal, right? But this page is pretty cool looking, so I won't complain. Now she does say something back here. Flash is just trying to help hold it closed for no reason. Warriors of Thanagar are prepared to make sacrifices. Yeah, okay. Guess that wasn't anything worth writing down. I was thinking it was something more Thanagar-y, but it wasn't. Tumbling into the rift that hurts you very bad. This whole part here has been such a badass episode of the cartoon. Like, this is such a memorable, you know, final fight thing here. But obviously I understand why they didn't do that. The first season of Justice League they've talked about before, purposely not having many ties to continuity of any of the other shows. So I'm glad that they, you know, didn't just purposely do something like this and just contradict Batman Beyond completely. But with how many people behind the scenes didn't even consider Batman Beyond the real future anyway, I'm almost surprised they didn't do that. Okay, the ring explodes. So parasites like those don't find their way back to Earth again someday, decades or centuries from now. I'll just write that down for the sake of it. Superman hopes Starro doesn't come back decades or centuries from now. And Green Lantern hopes they'll find the Justice League. Or Green Lantern hopes Starro will find the Justice League waiting for her. Alrighty. Again, not a ton of notes on this one. For the sake of my own organization, I'm probably going to mark this one red, but I will definitely, I'm always doing, with any of these, I'm always keeping in mind, I'm not looking for them to be not canon, I'm looking for them to be canon until something says otherwise. So just like with Kilowog looking different 3 times, or where's Supergirl, hashtag where's Supergirl. Obviously I'm going to approach this as if it's fine, but then go, maybe not. Probably wasn't paying attention when Starro attacked him because he didn't attack him for 40 years. Yeah, maybe not. He went back to the Fortress of Solitude and was like, oh, hang on. You look like a purple version of what we just fought. I'm gonna keep an eye on you. And then he got old and forgot. So, yeah, you do gotta go, Mark, but that's okay because I am also going. That's the end of the stream. You can catch me every Tuesday going through Justice League Adventures. We're gonna be going through number 6 next week. Let's see what Justice League Adventures number 6 is. Not read. What are you doing? I just want to see it. The cover. Aha! Of course, of course. Yeah. I am going to die next week. We've got a lot. We got this page, is all I'm saying. So. Oh, you can't even zoom in. It's dumb. Whatever. So that'll be fun. King Shark is a shark right there in the middle. So yeah, next week is Justice League Adventures number 6. That'll be a big one. Lots of characters in that we either never see again or we'll see later contradicted. So yeah, tomorrow we got Ted playing more Batman the Animated Series. I believe he's got the streaming figured out where it won't be lagging like it did at the start last time. And then of course Thursday, Maddie's back with more Rise of Sinzu novelization. So I'll see all you guys there, and have a good rest of your Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, until I see you again. Mwah. Goodbye, everybody.